All right, at this point, I think we're all set to start the run. So we're going to go ahead and bring in EB and our commentator, Jimmy. Take it away.
Alright, so I'm Jimmy Clyde. I will be commentating this run.
And yeah, I'm Ep, so I will be doing the Grandmaster lobby run here. So if you don't really know what that is, well, I think we probably all know Strawberry Jam, but it's the Grandmaster lobby, so the hardest lobby in there. There will be quite a lot of fun stuff. Okay, so there was an incentive, right, for the name.
Yes, the winning name was Bwuh. BWUH.
Awesome name.
BW U.
BWUH.
It just bruh.
Bwuh.
Bruh. Okay. Then I think we can go. Set and start. Okay, I will still play the
Nice.
prologue, and
Yeah.
then we will go to Grandmaster lobby.
So, if you are somehow unfamiliar with Strawberry Jam, it is the biggest mod that's ever been released for this game, and it is split up into 5 different lobbies, and a prologue, which Eb is currently playing through. Grandmaster is the hardest difficulty out of these 5, and since this is community-made content, it gets really difficult.
Yeah, there will be a lot of that in this run.
Yes.
Probably. I mean, like, obviously.
What's interesting is at this point, since stuff gets so difficult, usually with Celeste speedruns, we focus a lot on going fast and don't really care that much about being that safe or dying that much. We have the famous die dying is bad advice quote. I really badly paraphrase that, but by this point, it's extremely difficult, and we're going to be seeing a lot less strats. Speaking of difficulty, we are instantly in probably the most infamous level in this lobby, Pinball Purgatory.
Yeah, this is the hardest main map,
Yes.
so I will try to focus a bit on what I'm
Yes.
doing.
So, this is probably the epitome of maps that look not that difficult, but are extremely rough when you look at it. Because these bumpers are really precise, so aside from these dashes just generally being precise, pretty much every time he has to up or down dash into a bumper or do a moon boost, which are these demo hypers off these blocks, it's a 2-frame window, so it's going to be a lot of pause buffering to make this more bearable.
Yeah, this map has the most pause buffering by far. So if you don't like that, don't worry.
don't
The
like
rest
that?
won't have that many.
Yeah, you don't like pause buffering, try doing this in a speedrun without it. To note is that even with pause buffering, this is still really difficult because this map is not normalized enough to have specific cues, so a lot of the time you kind of have to vibe it out. And also because there are parts where you have to play unpaused and risk dying, like that corner boost, you can't just take forever pausing because then if you die it will be an extremely big time loss. So there's still skill in trying to pause as fast as possible.
Exactly. Nice. Okay.
Alright.
This room 3, also quite hard. Basically every room in Thumber is very difficult and very inconsistent, but some are more difficult than others. This one is actually surprisingly pretty hard.
Yes. This is one of 2 rooms based around following bumpers around the room, and since these bumpers are moving, it can be even more jank than they usually are.
Yeah, that's why. they are quite inconsistent. Like there, for example, I was too low. Alright, it's whatever. This map probably will take more than 10 minutes.
This is
It
the
depends.
This is the hardest map in the lobby before we get to the finale hard side,
Yeah, that's exactly
which
what.
which was intentional choice. The route for this lobby has actually been designed around doing this level first because it's just so brutal to try to do this in the middle of a speedrun.
Okay, I'm really not doing well though.
All good. We're actually going to see later the consequences of having to do this level first because there's going to be a stretch of few also really difficult levels, but it's worth it to do those all in a row at the end just to avoid doing this not at the start.
No, I missed the moon boost.
All good.
Yeah, when I get past Pumber, it's gonna be quite a bit easier.
I see someone in chat saying that this looks extremely difficult despite what we said, and it does, but when we get to some of the later levels, this is probably going to be one of the most comprehensible levels in this lobby.
Yeah, this one, I mean, you see what I do, right?
A lot of the difficulty comes from just how weirdly precise these bumpers are, where other levels will involve very fast speeds or obscure attack. You're out of pursuit now. Nice
yeah, finally beat some pursuit.
To skip. Oh, nice. Yeah, that room is really hard.
Yeah, phase is actually one of the easiest with my strats.
Oh, interesting.
I would say. There's the big skip at the end that was found by the golden runners, basically, and it's pretty good.
Yeah, this lobby has a decent amount of strats that we are going to lift from golden runs because it loses so much time to just be dying consistently. So anything that makes these rooms easier is extremely good.
The end of this room can be a bit annoying, like that.
Yeah,
I just didn't press left enough, and so I died.
It's also a bit of an example of how precise these bumpers are because it looks like you can hit that. Yeah.
Basically, like right in the middle or in a very precise angle, usually.
Is now a good time for some donations?
Yeah, if you want.
All right, I have some good news here. It looks like we have met the incentive to pet the lobby cats. So that's very exciting. We did that thanks to a couple of donations. We have $25 from Sky the Buy saying, always love to see SJ speedruns. We've got $100 from Dot saying, I arrived too late to name Madeline Woosted Moost, so have some money for GM cats.
Yeah.
We've also got We've also got $42 from Simplex saying PCRF is a great organization, had a fun time hosting. Take it away, Chuckles. Thanks, Simplex. We also have $50 from YahtzeeMan99 saying thanks to organizers, free Palestine. Thank you everyone for those donations. With that, we have officially met the goal to pet the GM lobby cat, so that will be happening.
Okay.
Maybe the next time we're back in the lobby. Also, I just want to say that this might be the coolest looking custom map I've ever seen. Visually, it is just one of my favorites.
It is visually so well made.
Oh, you will see that there are quite a lot of really cool looking maps in this lobby.
All of SJ is incredibly presented, but yeah,
oh, for sure.
One of the highlights, I'd say.
Yeah, I really like the aesthetics too. Also, the lines really help you time your dashes, because most of the dashes are on the red lines, which is a nice thing. Oh, hi.
Unfortunate.
Just dying to the end of the rooms here.
This is the second room that involved moving bumpers that I mentioned, and yeah, this one's a bit of a doozy. We actually do a different strat at the beginning of this room than intended because it offloads the difficulty to closer to the start, so we have more chances. We can
Yeah,
get
yeah,
through it
basically.
faster.
Okay, we
Alright,
got
nice.
past it, and then we get to the last three, which are very scary.
Yes, this is
Probably the
hate.
hardest three.
This room has so many tight timings. We are going to pause a lot of them, but it's still difficult.
Okay, wait. I think I'm just posing one frame too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I posed one frame too much too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's down left can also be a one frame sometimes. It's
Yeah. It's basically you need to dash exactly on the line. Can I save that? Oh, I could have maybe. You can save this by like upgrading into the next one.
yeah. That's it. I've seen Golders save that. It's
Yeah, it's really
weird.
hard though.
Yeah, it's really hard. You have to walk off the moon block and then get a moon boost right before it disappears.
I didn't know if I had like the right heights.
Yeah.
Oh, this is not a very good combo, but it's alright.
So for anyone who's less familiar with the mechanics of Celeste, what's going on every time he does these demo hypers is something called a moon boost. So he's demo hypering into the side of the block, which pushes it forwards, and then corner corrects on top of it so he can jump off of it. But since he pushed the block forwards, it's giving him momentum forwards. What this means for our purposes is that it removes a decent amount of the pixels he can start the demo hyper on because he has to push the block forward, which makes it a pretty tight window most of the time.
Yeah. It's all of the time really tight actually.
Yeah. Sometimes you're gifted setups that line it up decently well for your height, but since this map has moon blocks, that's
Oh my god.
that's unfortunate. Since this map has moon blocks that are on cycles it's really hard to control. It's not really that feasible to have them always in the right position.
Yeah. That's exactly the problem.
It's extremely hard.
All right, while you're working your way through this room, I just want to let people know that we have a new bid war open now. That is for the upcoming run of Pseudo Regalia. It is the pants versus pantsless bid war. Decide whether Sybil will wear pants or go pantsless during the Pseudo Regalia 1. Please be sure when you are submitting those donations that you are selecting an incentive and clicking add to make sure that it counts towards that. The donations will always count towards the milestone totals, but you must specify the incentive when you make the donation.
Okay, so I passed the hastes. Now we're on another really hard room, of course.
Green is extremely infamous. This section to start is probably the pinnacle of the idea of bumpers being so precise, because now you don't even get the luxury of being able to precisely choose your location to dash. I guess we haven't.
There could be a quiz buffer strat, but I've not found one, so...
I guess we haven't actually explained what these bumpers do exactly. The blue bumpers are just normal bumpers, the pink bumpers will give you 2 dashes, and the yellow bumpers you can only hit once before they start to kill you. But these white bumpers do not give you your dash back, so you have to play through this whole section without using it because you have to use this dash right there.
Yeah. This beginning is just
It's
really hard.
brutal.
This part also pretty difficult. Yeah.
if you've ever watched a silver of this map, corners will often spend like upwards of like 15 to 20 seconds
Yeah.
bouncing off these bumpers to set up good positions to make these windows just slightly more manageable, but unfortunately we are in a speedrun and we don't have time for that. So
Like
time
here,
may
I'm still
become
doing it.
extremely tight. Yeah, well, I think a little less time.
Yeah, that's it. Like people
Alright,
usually
nice.
spend like 20 seconds sometimes here, just to make sure that, because for this shot, I mean, it's not really the golden shot, but for the golden shot, you need to be exactly on top of the bumper,
Yes,
and you can see that if you just bounce straight up. But that takes a while to make sure that you really have the right positioning.
so we are now in the final room.
Yeah.
Humber Squares. They saw what Farewell did and decided they wanted that.
Yeah, exactly. Room also pretty hard. I'd say a bit easier than the other ones, the other two, but I'm not sure.
It is quite long though.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, we do have that bid war open for Pseudo Regalia. If you want to
Okay,
see
nice.
the character in pants or not,
Nice.
let us know.
Alright.
Yeah, that was
So
pretty good for the final room.
we are over the hump now. That was the hardest level before the hard side, and we're not gonna have anything quite that difficult for a while. The
Yeah.
next level is gonna be Cave of the Crimson Sky, which is still difficult, but it's a far cry from that level.
Yeah, this one is very precise, but definitely not as precise. So we start with basically all the precision maps, which is funny.
Yes. After this, we're getting another precision map as well, but we can wait for that.
Okay, nice lag.
So, yeah, as opposed to Pinball Purgatory being mostly timing precision, this is a lot of air control. Probably the most reminiscent of a endgame needle map that there is in this collab. Yeah. The gameplay
Yeah,
mostly
it's
speaks for
just
itself.
a lot of dashless precision, basically. But you still have a dash, contrary to another one that we will see later.
Luckily, the map is quite
This-
short.
Yeah, it's pretty short.
About 5 rooms, I think.
This room here is definitely the hardest one. Very long, and can lose a lot of time. Potentially. Yeah, like that.
Yeah, oh well.
Uh,
Yeah, unfortunately jumped off the wall before it made contact with you, so did not get the lift boost. In another 2 hours or so, we're going to see that mechanic in this map come back to bite us really hard.
In the hot side, yeah. I'm first buffering that one though. Okay, we're past this room, that's
Perfect.
nice. Maybe spoiling a bit, I don't know.
So yeah, there's actually a choice here whether you want to go left or right. Right is just faster, so
I've always just went right. Oh my god. I don't know what happens with the screen, but like every time I die, I feel like I get jump scared by it. Maybe because the spinners are the same color as the background. So it's a bit hard to see.
very slow-paced room. Anyways,
Yeah.
we actually do have an instance of a pretty cool skiff in this room. Once we get past the beginning, there's
Nice.
there's gonna be a precise dash here to skip stuff, but then you can smuggle a double dash and just you can smuggle a double jump and do a mid-air hyper over that
Yeah.
gap.
It's basically like the top strat. It's very
Yeah.
precise actually. I almost never get it first try, but you're lucky. I got it first right here.
Nice. This is
Well, I
lava.
guess.
First thing we're going to do is
Uh,
Death Warp because this map has extremely slow cycles. It is inspired by SMW ROM hacks. And if you can tell from this presentation, which again shoutouts, all these maps look so good.
Yeah, I love the aesthetics of this one. I also love the music. It's kind of great.
So this map is unique because it is the, correct me if I'm wrong, it's the only map in GM that straight up does not use speed tech. This is solely you and your ability to control Madeline. It's pretty cool. It's probably the most approachable map because of that.
Previous one also, right? Well, I guess
There
there was
wall
wall
bounces.
bounces.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my god, why can't I
boosts.
do this round? So
That's
this is supposed to
hard.
be pretty easy normally, but it's still quite precise.
I have heard arguments about this map's difficulty being very low, and I'm going to say on stream I disagree with everyone who says this map is expert, and I think you're insane.
No. I mean, for me, it's definitely one of the hardest of the green.
Yeah, it's
GMs.
hard. It's hard. Anyways, into first try
But
this
yeah,
room.
it really
Ev is
doesn't
just
use
that
any
guy.
speed tech.
Ev is
So...
just that guy. Unfortunately, this map is since it's so bound to the cycles, we don't really have much we can do to speed up this map.
Yeah, there's basically only one strat. Also, what was this there?
Oh, unlucky. The IO run for this map does some really crazy stuff to beat some cycles, but it's so far removed from what's full game viable that... Oh. Yeah.
Oh my god, this run is really not going well for now.
So
I hope I will.
you got
get
2 hours
better
left.
runs. Yeah. I mean, we did 3 levels.
I think this way you really beat the hardest level in the run.
Yeah. Okay, finally, I didn't fail this easy wall bounce. Yeah. We can have some donation on this one, like...
Yeah, this is a pretty chill level.
Sure. I'd actually like to take a moment to talk about some of the upcoming runs we have. We have a stacked schedule this evening. Coming up after Celeste Strawberry Jam Collab, we have Pseudo Regalia, all abilities, no out of bounds, full gold patch. Following that, we have the Rocket League Best of 7 crew battle. I don't know about you, I am super excited for that. Rocket
Sounds
League was one of
awesome.
the highlights of last year's Archiethon. I had so much fun being a part of that. Following that up, keeping the fun going at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, roughly, we have the Pet the Pup at the Party blind tournament. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then rounding out the evening, we've got Momodora Moonlit Farewell. And if we can hit our next milestone, we have a bonus game of Fresh Hops Kaizo run by Frozen Flagon. So just a reminder that all donations coming in will always count towards the milestone incentive of that bonus game. For any incentives, you do need to specify in your donation. Right now, we have a bid war open for Pseudo Regalia, and we'll also open up some other incentives as this run goes on.
Yeah, so the last streams of Lava Layer, I couldn't really talk, but there was some strats, right? Not really very big ones, but...
We skipped the cycle by skipping a double dash.
Yeah,
We're now in Super Luminary now, which is this collab's token Super Dash map. So our dash is curvy and it's way longer, so it's gonna enable some pretty cool tech we're gonna see soon.
Yeah, nice skip here.
Yeah, the first thing we're gonna do is skip this entire room. Called an idiot warp. Thanks, Amber, for that one. So the way the game usually sets spawn points is it will just spawn you at the closest spawn. Like it will, if there are multiple spawn points to choose from, when you enter a room, your spawn point will just be the nearest one, which is why things like Bub's Drop work. But sometimes the map does not want you to spawn there, so it will put a trigger to change your respawn point. But we just die on the first frame of entering a room. We skip that trigger and can go where we are not meant to.
Yeah, and there's twice. We do this twice in this map.
Yes.
I don't know if you saw the second one, but
We skipped the first room in this brain section. This is
by far the hardest room.
Yes, it's also a neat showcase of some super dashes, unique mechanics. The way ultras work is if your dash is ending in a down diagonal direction, you will keep your speed after the dash ends, and you'll also get a 1.2x boost. But because Super Dash lets you curve your dash, you can actually start an up diagonal dash and curve it into a down diagonal dash and keep those mechanics. So basically you get to do ultras without being limited to going downwards.
Okay.
Quite finicky.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Also get this curve where you have to do a curve down into back to down diagonal.
Yeah, that's really difficult. Then the last room, which is nice. We like it. Obviously, when I say that, I die too. Weird thing, but okay.
Shoutouts to Kaiser. Shoutouts to all the composers for this collab, actually.
Yeah, the music is like really amazing, and I think the Grandmaster music is really good. Even better than the rest of the music.
Is this Shatter song? Hi Savadra. This is quite a doozy of a level. It's based on the cassette blocks you'll see in vanilla maps where they turn on to the beat, but here they decided that 4-4 was too boring, and we're going to see cassette blocks in 7-8, 7-8, 13-8, and 9-8. Wait, is it 9-8? I forget the middle one.
I have no idea, but yeah, they have different rhythm basically.
Yeah. I've also centers around this mechanic called cassette boost, where these cassette blocks will do a little pop-up when they spawn in, which actually does move them up, which means they will give you a little boost when you jump off of them at that time.
Yeah, like that, for example. There's a lot of them in this map, and there's also some fields
A
that
very cool
work in a
strat coming up here, by the way.
Yeah, I missed it.
Shoutouts, unfortunate. But yeah, we were going to skip the right side of this room. Shoutouts to Sabadra. He labbed this map a lot. He ran it a lot. Yeah, shoutouts to Hyken as well.
Yeah.
Ran this map really well.
10-8,
cool yeah.
People who run this map, and found
That's
quite
awesome.
a lot of skips. Okay, this room is really annoying. I hope I don't spend too much time on it. Yeah, mainly because of this. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know how to describe it, but it's just quite precise movement. Also,
Yes. We are in fact starting this run off with just the gauntlet of precise maps.
Yeah, this one I would say is not really the same type of maps, but it's still precise in its own way.
After this, we're going to get to more of a tech spammy map.
Yeah, next is Nilombo. Okay, Yeah, Shadow Song is going relatively okay for now.
There's a pretty interesting strat here. We're supposed to do different movement here so we can keep a dash there to down dash in between those spikes, but it turns out if you do a neutral super, you actually just line up to fall in the middle of those gaps well. It's also a very cool strat here. Wait, not. There's a very cool strat in this room.
In this room, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of gameplay we're
Nice.
supposed to do, but we can just do a jump off that corner and skip like half the room. And we're now at the
Exactly.
final room.
Final room, quite difficult, with especially this cassette boost here that I just died to. It's really hard, like, there's not really any way to make it easier except maybe using the music, but I'm not using the music for this.
Ev is just so good that he can play this map with audio, with sound delay.
Nice. Okay, that was pretty good for Shadow. Still, I mean, 4 minutes, like, you can get 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still not too bad.
Doing great.
Alright. Next up, Nolumbo, right? I think.
I thought
If I remember. Yeah.
the actually you're the runner. You tell.
yeah, it's Nolumbo. I remember. I remember my run.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. So this map is extremely fast. It's based on these reskinned jellyfish being able to cancel our dashes to maintain a lot of speed. We are also using these swap blocks to basically boost twice off of them by jumping and then dashing off of them, so we go
I think I missed
fast.
the back boosts. Yeah, I missed the back boost. Sad.
Oh wow. Yeah. Pretty cool room design here where we go to the left here to be able to get enough speed to fly over this gap on the
I
right.
didn't miss the back boost this time. This map is one of my favorites for sure. It's really, really good.
Everything about this map is so well made.
I don't know what I did wrong here, but
that
probably
that dash is really weird.
Yeah, normally it works. I think I probably missed a buffer.
Yeah. There's stuff going on in this map. I've silvered this map, I still don't know why that dash sometimes fails. I
don't know either.
Like Shiggy's saying, I appreciate Taikim, I appreciate Tofu, I appreciate explosives. Shoutouts to all of them.
Oh my god.
We just introduced neutral drops, so it's gonna be another thing to worry about with our buffers. Thankfully, most of these neutral drops are going to be able to get buffered out of throw cooldown, but
all of them, I think.
It's a lot of inputs in a short amount of time.
Okay, what am I doing? Okay, that works. Oof.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, that was first try, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one is hard.
Yeah.
It was not the strat.
Yeah.
Wait, what's this shot again? It just jumped. What am I doing?
That
I
jump's
swear I did
really
it.
awkward because I think if you buffer the jump, you won't get a crouch jump.
Yeah, like that. Oh, I didn't dodge.
I mentioned earlier that some of the maps would get much more incomprehensible than pinball. This is partially what I was talking about. It's even
Yeah,
if you
this map
do know what's happening, it's so hard to see to
is
keep
really
track
hard
of
to
Madeline.
follow. Yeah.
Yeah, because we're now at the final room of this map. It's a decently short one, all things considered.
It's longer than the rest of the map.
Yeah. Well, it's a decently short map.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, this map,
It's
like,
very
usually I
hard.
get, like, 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 30 seconds maybe, but okay.
Oh,
We're
good.
still pretty much, I think, on pace, right? 31. It's okay. Especially with the bumper I got. Next map is the Stellar Odyssey. It's a map that's based really on moving blocks like that. And they take some
Oh, nice. Oh, never mind. I
extended
thought you got
path.
the strat.
Yeah, I wanted to get it. The moon
Very
boost. I
hard.
mean, I got the first part, but this map has a lot of really tight timings as well.
Yeah.
Also,
This
good RNG.
is a tech-sparing map, but it definitely... It's much less brainless than you might expect because these timings are generally pretty tight, so...
Yeah, there's a lot of wall bounces at high speed or
Ultras
just
that you
either
can't buffer.
supers, ultras, pretty difficult tech, but also in a non-trivial way. Like, you're not just doing an ultra, you're doing a specific ultra. Okay, I got this shot here. Okay, nice.
Nice.
So yeah, you can get the jelly early like that. Normally it's supposed to get launched, but if you're fast enough, you can do that pretty easily. Oh. Yeah, it's like that. For example, like, just the accumulation of free-frame windows with the wall bounces can be quite difficult here.
Yeah.
All right. While
These
you work
rooms
your way through here, if I could just come in with a quick announcement, we have opened up a new milestone. Another game is going to be added to the schedule. If we can reach $4,000 total by the end of the Grandmaster Lobby run, we will see Pepper Grinder being speedrun by Oddbot immediately following this. So folks, every donation that comes in, every dollar will count towards that bonus game of Pepper Grinder, but we need to see it met before the end of this Strawberry Jam collab. So if you want some bonus Archiethon today, get those donations in. And while you're donating, remember that we still have a bid war open for Pseudo Regalia. You can put it towards that, and it counts towards Pepper Grinder, so you get double bang for your buck.
I think you should. Alright,
Yeah,
not
that
really
room went
that
really
much to say
well.
about these rooms.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of block moving.
Gameplay.
Yeah, it's quite cool gameplay.
We will have
Also
more to say
similar
about
to
this type of
another.
Yeah.
Yeah, also similar to another map that we will see later.
It has
this,
seemed
but
like that
yeah.
though. Yeah, our good old friend Theo has come to meet us, and this room's a doozy.
Yeah, for the final room you have Theo, and this room is just
This room is notorious for being a huge spike.
Hopefully I don't take too long on it, but I can't really guarantee that.
That speed chain you just saw Ebre attempt with the ultra into back boost is so tight.
I was too fast I think here. I got the back boost, but
think you threw Theo too early.
Maybe. I think the block was just low, so. Okay, I don't know what happened here.
Yeah,
This
there's
back boost
so
is
many
just a
moving
bit
parts.
difficult. I've tried first buffering it, but like, surprisingly, it's not really good to first buffer.
There's a lot of moving parts in these rooms,
Yeah,
which makes
I'm
them
too fast
not
again.
that suitable to pausing. And if you notice, after pinball, we've stopped pausing a lot of maps, and that is in large part due to the higher difficulty of that map, but also maps get quite complex with moving parts, and it's hard to be able to pause stuff with how much you have to consider.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, this room is so much.
Yeah, there's a
We're,
lot.
we're now out though. Well, good thing the map got faster. We would not be out.
Yeah,
Well,
a checkpoint was added after the main part. I think if the checkpoint wasn't here, I would probably not do like as risky of a movement here, but yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I think
All
we're
right, and
playing.
we're pretty much like a
Thanks.
fourth of the way through here, so
Mhm.
we're on pace, I would say.
Yes,
Not amazing, but
74.
not too bad.
Don't forget, we still have to pet
to
those cats.
Yeah,
do.
that will take a bit of time. I mean, it will really depend on the hard side if I'm below estimate or not.
Yeah, hard side is extremely difficult and volatile.
Yeah, it's very punishing.
This is 74 though. As you can tell, we do not have a dash for this map, so it's centered a lot around this like corner jump tag or corner kick tag. So basically, better hope you have a second jump button, or it's gonna be a mess.
Yeah, I have a second jump button, obviously.
Yeah,
No, actually, I'm just not using the dash because, like, I want to, right?
there's a secret game
Surely.
area at the end of this map.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so this map is the last precision map that I was talking about at the beginning. There's basically like Cave of the Crimson Sky, Lava Layer, and this one who make up the precision trio, right? And yeah, this one is the hardest one of these three, so it's very inconsistent, basically almost impossible to get consistent at some of these stuff. But yeah. Nice strat here with the reform tag. And nice, I got the room. This is one of the hardest rooms, so nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a little spawn point here just to make sure that spring is more failable than it looks, and if you die there, you lose the time, not only to having to redo the room, but also have to try to beat the room in the first place again, so better to just take 3 seconds of time loss.
Take the checkpoint. The spring at the end is quite hard.
Like taking the checkpoint in the shaft demo, actually.
Yeah, exactly. This room is one of the easiest one, and then we get to this room, which is funny. It has a lot of water, and you need to basically conserve the jump in the water here, and that's quite hard. This room is a bit annoying.
This room was balanced around being a very small burst of very hard gameplay, but fortunately, it doesn't really matter if the difficulty has a short checkpoint or a big checkpoint. It's still kind of a mess to try to get through.
Especially this jump here. Oh, I got it. Hopefully I don't die at the end. Yeah, I didn't die. This 74 is going
Yeah.
pretty well. It
Yeah,
depends on this room.
Yeah, this room is very hard. It adds feathers and some really jank tech without bounces, but Ebre's just that guy, so he can beat it easily.
Nice, that was really good.
That was very good. Yeah. We get our dash rack to break the heart.
Uh, wait, it's here.
Yeah. And
It
we're
was
going
like
to
it's not here, but
go
no, it's
up.
here.
We're gonna go up with Ant to go to Cycle Madness B-side, the upper resort level. This one looks
Yeah,
much
we
more like
do
a
the
normal resort.
we do the 2 vanilla ones in a row. I guess there's still another one with Summit afterwards.
So we introduced this build that basically just gives us infinite dashes while we're in the range of it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then, okay, well, I mean,
And
you can
yeah,
see,
if you can
it's just a
tell,
lot.
this map had a custom mechanic coded for it that lets these dust bunnies be on their own patterns, their own cycles, so they can be in sine waves, they can be just in whatever pattern you dream of, so it gets chaotic. An interesting part about this map's routing is this is kind of a huge mess-esque map where we have 3 sections, books, chests, and towels we clean out, and we can do them in any order.
Wait.
What's interesting is that unlike in vanilla where there's just one order that is always faster, we actually do a slightly different order than the task does, because the task needs a specific order to do a certain strat, but it's not really that viable RTA, so we just
Wait, I don't.
do this order.
Oh god, what to do?
Yeah, this
When they
is
go?
a giant memory check.
Oh, wait. Okay, I should be able to get it by accident. I completely forgot, like, the queue where you need to go. It's not here. I'm sorry.
Oh, good. Oh, good. These bunnies have gone rogue.
Here, I think. No? Like, okay, I have the wrong queue in my head.
At the bottom of the screen, there's gonna be like warm dust bunnies as well.
As someone who struggles with dust bunnies, this map is like my worst nightmare. So
Yeah.
you're doing much better than I would be
It's-
doing on it.
You need to go earlier. Ah, it's just like a memorization issue here. Which happens, like, it happens
generally-
quite a lot. Okay, I think it's just
So
earlier
much
than
stuff
that.
to remember.
Oh, that's so dumb. I'm losing a lot of time for no reason.
Well, as you
Oh,
work
yeah.
your way through this room, I've got a couple more donations that just came in. We've got a $30 anonymous donation that just says gaming, and they put that $30 towards the pantsless option for pseudo regalia. We do have that bid war open. We also have a $5 donation from Leaf, who says, if you ask me, Pepper Grinder is as good a reason as any to drop a donation. Really fun marathon, by the way. And just a reminder that all donations that come in do count towards that milestone of Pepper Grinder. We must hit $4,000 by the end of Strawberry Jam Grandmaster in order to see that game happen. So please get those donations in, !donate, and everything counts towards that.
Okay, I think that was right. Yeah. I don't know why. I completely blanked on this room. It happens sometimes, I
lot.
guess. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
a lot to remember, Grandmaster
so
Lobby,
much.
right?
It's hard to really appreciate how much work has to go into this because it's 19 levels that are just so. This is miles above the difficulty of anything you would see in base game, and you have to be warm at all of this at once. It's
Yeah, that's basically the problem
insane.
because individually it's not that bad to get like good runs. Like basically through the course of this week, I've gotten really good runs on every chapter to just warm up. But like for example here, well, to get a good run, first I did some practice, and so well I knew what to do. And then here I just don't remember what to do.
Yeah.
This one I remember what to do. I'm just not getting the thing.
It's the eternal suffering of people who try to run vanilla 100% and get stuck in the loop of needing to be good at everything at once. But this time it's even harder, and there's like 2 times as much gameplay. What's like
Yeah, it's basically
2/3.
like the same length, right? But
Really not.
it's just a lot
Because
harder.
Hunter's 130 something, 138, and Grandmaster is like 149. Shout out to Joaquin, by the way, current world record holder for this lobby. Got an insane run.
Yeah, I got a 141, which is miles above what I can get, I think. But yeah, my PB is a 1 hour and 58 minutes, which we're not going to beat here. But let's see how
Oh,
close we can get to that.
It's really hard. Alright, huge.
Yeah, so aside from the memory loss, this should be fine, I think. This map is pretty easy, honestly. Well, when you remember what to do.
Yeah. And
Here,
the mess section, and now Oshiro is coming to greet us.
Yeah.
So we have even
this
more
room-
cycles to deal with.
Yeah, there's also the Oshiro cycle. So I retry purposefully to just learn only the death cycle. This is like a common strat to just retry to only have one cycle to learn instead of 2. Normally in vanilla you would want to learn the 2 cycles, but here, considering how long the run is to learn, and also how hard it's to remember everything, I think this makes sense, right?
Yeah. Also, this room is brutal. This has 3 different cycles going on at 3 different mechanics that are all on separate cycles. The cassette blocks times the music, the Dust Bunnies time based off when you enter, and the Oshiro times based off when you hit a trigger. So it's a mess.
Yeah. The problem, like, with this room is that if you go to, on that, if you die at different moments, sometimes it can make the room, like, almost impossible, just because if you die on a different cassette cycle, it just can change the whole thing, and so you can't do the same strat. So here I got quite lucky. Usually it still works on that, but sometimes you can just die for no reason. Because Oshiro is too is in a different cycle, or the Dust Bunny are in a different cycle too.
We're on flip
Next map,
side
flip
now,
side,
which
flip side.
isn't. I think this is an awesome map. This combines a mechanic that lets us switch between the foreground and background, like the foray heart, and also a mechanic that lets us dream dash through solid walls. So we get a lot of interesting gameplay. There's also a lot of skips because of how open this map is.
Yeah,
We
that was a
skip an
really cool
entire.
skip.
That's
Found by
a
Hyken.
very tight. Shoutouts to Hyken, by the way. He
Pretty
lapped this
big.
level a lot. He's lapped a lot
Yeah.
of GM levels a lot. Also, the previous runner on this marathon. Just shoutouts to him. Great runner.
Yeah, he's not only a Pizza Tower runner, also really good Celeste runner. And yeah, he did a really good run of this map, flipside, cliffside, and he found quite a lot of cool strats. We will see one more after in the next room. Oh, at least there's also in this room, there's the big skip. I can get it. Yeah, I can get it.
Yeah, so you were supposed to do a loop around to enter that in a different background state, but yeah. So here we're going to wait for that Dream Dash to respawn so we can smuggle a crystal and just... No, we can basically just not do what the map wants us to do.
Post buffered reverse bunny hop here. Quite a cool tag, I love this tag. Also found by Hyken, I think? I'm not sure.
I think most stuff in this map was found by him.
Yeah. I really like this map, it's very fun to speedrun.
This map
If you
is
want to
awesome.
speedrun a GM map, I would honestly recommend this one.
I also think if you want to just play a GM map, this is probably one of the best ones to do.
Also 223, that was quite game.
That's good.
Yeah, really good time.
Yeah, I love that
Next
map.
map,
I would.
Kevin tech
I-
spam?
Yeah. Hello, hello, Sphinx.
Yeah, so this map, also a pretty easy one, like cliffside, and pretty fun to speedrun. Even though, well,
There's not much you
it's
can
all
do
on the
here,
cycle.
but
Yeah,
you go fast.
it's just the
We,
map itself is
mm,
really fun in my opinion. So
we can.
it's also fun to speedrun.
This map is based around getting huge amounts of speed from these Kevins by getting multiple boosts off of them, and you go flying.
Yeah, maybe like in vanilla, there's the battle line boost, but here it's really a lot more speed that you get because you can get free boost off of this Kevin.
This map was if someone saw the entrance into 6A Rock Bottom and decided they wanted to make a map off of it.
Yeah, exactly. Why am I dying here? Okay. It's a relatively easy map, but
Yeah.
you can still lose a lot of time.
Yeah.
Just because
All
the
the
rooms are long.
maps. All the maps in this lobby, even if they're the easier ones, they're still so far above anything you would do in normal play.
Oh yeah, for sure. Compared to vanilla, it's much harder.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't think I've ever done that. Failing the extension? Yeah. This trim is not the longest one though.
Yeah, I think this map shows pretty well as well. This lobby is really diverse in its gameplay, because we were seeing a lot of precision-based maps, but this is just go fast. Difficulties
this one
in
is
figuring
pretty
out what to
different.
do it. I think
Yeah, it works.
it gets overlooked a lot because it kind of gets taken for a given, but I think it's really cool how this community has managed to find so many different ways of making really difficult gameplay, because it's easy to fall in the trap to just make everything really tight, but even at
Yeah, you
this
don't have
high of
to.
a level, we are still seeing really unique concepts. Like last map we played, Cliffside, like that's such a cool idea.
Yeah, I love the idea. This one, yeah, I mean, you're just going fast, it's cool.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like going fast in Celeste? Not biased because we are speedrunners, of course. Alright, here I need to not get the boosts. Yeah.
I wish my Celeste speedruns involved going this fast.
That's not how you do it. Yeah.
Uh,
Sometimes you go as fast, right? I'm not sure. Is there any point in vanilla where you go as fast as this? Maybe.
I don't think so. It's the fastest
In
you can
Tasses,
vanilla.
right? But
Oh yeah, on Tasses there's the remembered thing where you build up a trillion
yeah.
speed for like 1 second.
In farewell, yeah. I will try this once. Okay, I didn't get it.
Yeah. It's a very yeah. It's a
It's
lot
just a 1 second
of
time save. I wanted to try it.
Yeah. There's a lot of minor time saves you can go for in these kinds of levels that usually it's not that worth it, because adding even more weight in these maps is typically not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, basically 1 second time saves when you can lose 10 seconds is just not really good. Also,
Yeah, and then you risk starting a death spiral. I've run the difficulty right below this, expert, and like even then, which is significantly easier, you start looking at time saves so much more critically than in vanilla gameplay.
Okay, now I can't do the casual shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Apparently I can't extend the dash now. It's fine. I will just do the hard strat instead.
Alright,
Okay.
nice.
Bad
All
run of this,
good.
but ah, come
It's
on.
fine.
I think it lagged
Oh, no.
here.
Oh no.
Please don't lag in Grandmaster hard side. Alright, well,
That would be unfortunate. Alright. We're now
I
out
don't know
of
if we're still on pace after CMB and this,
all
but
good. Um,
yeah, I think
after
should
this,
be
we're
fine.
gonna go even faster though.
Yeah, so this map you go even faster than the previous one, I think.
This is Ivory. Yeah, so this has modified dream blocks that preserve your speed and also let you dash inside of them, so we can build up a lot of speed very quickly. You combine this with jellyfish canceling our dashes.
Nice. Okay. But yeah, you can see this map is basically built around building a lot of speed. Okay, apparently I'm like extremely good at Ivory today, but I'm
Yeah.
extremely bad at Kevin Pixpan.
So, yeah, this map's just designed around going extremely fast. What's cool about this map is we're not gonna see it because we are bound to the shackles of being human beings, but this map doesn't actually have any ways of forcing you to lose speed. That's unfortunate. This room's really hard, but
Yeah.
there's nothing at the end of these rooms that forces you to lose speed. So the task of this map will just gain a lot of speed fast, and it will keep it for the entire map. It's a treat to watch.
I will try to skip. Okay, no.
Yeah.
So you can skip
Oh,
this room. It's extremely
yeah.
hard. I think I've never gotten it in a run.
This
So
that
that's
just
not
that
it.
room itself is very difficult. But we are out of it, so
I don't know why, like, Ivory is going extremely well compared to the rest. Normally this map is hard. I swear it's hard.
it's different today.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
nice.
really the thing with Grandmaster is that
Stuff can just
when
go
you're
really
playing,
well.
when you're playing the full lobby, sometimes things just don't work. It's just, yeah.
Yeah,
It's similar to running Hunter probably, but
it's even more
amplified
so.
to a pretty big degree. I don't know if this wins. Not sure. I will test. Yeah, it does win. It's
Awesome.
quite
Damn,
hard
that's
to
a
see
really
if,
good Ivory.
yeah, that was really
Pretty-
nice.
Pretty funny room.
Yeah, the last room, I don't know why it's there. It's extremely easy.
Parasol.
Yeah. You can
Yeah.
have a portable dream block, which is nice.
So we're now starting the hell stretch of this lobby with Summit. This is the consequences of routing Pinball Purgatory to be our first map. There's going to be a lot of very difficult maps. This is the first of them, Summit. There's some really cool strats to be just glossed over, but this is based off a custom map known as 71D, which has been extremely influential in the general modding scene. Also, there's so many awesome strats in this room.
Yeah,
Shoutouts.
I got it first try, nice.
I think the Stoma lab this level. Shoutouts to him. But yeah, this is going to be based off that map and be involving a lot of very interesting and obscure tech, and just unique ways of controlling Madeline. It's also very difficult.
It's kind of a collection of weird techs, like here you have a weird Dream Hyper Ultra, here you have this tech with a double jump to remove zero momentum.
We're preserving dash
That's-
crystals.
Yeah, you might know
Oh.
it if you have run 2B. It's the same tag.
Yeah. Just a lot of interesting stuff going on that this map aims to capture. I'd say it's actually a pretty well made homage to that map, the 71D.
This room is very hard. It's one
This
of the
one was
hardest ones.
extremely hard.
So yeah, we've not really talked about it, but yeah, this map is probably like top 3 hardest.
Yeah. This map is ranked as red, but I call bullshit on that. Yeah, so
Yeah,
we'll see
it's
what's
not
going on
as-
here.
It's not as crazy speed-wise as Ivory and Nelombo, but it's definitely extremely
different.
precise.
Yes. We're out of that, so I think until 3K the rest of this map lets up a bit.
I don't know.
Is now a good
Okay.
time for a donation?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, probably. This-
All right. We have $25 here from Silo. Thank you very much, Silo. And with that, we have crossed over the $3,800 threshold. Thank you to everybody for helping us get to over $3,800 donated to the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. That means that we're also less than $200 away from our next milestone game, which is Pepper Grinder, which will be right at the conclusion of Strawberry Jam if we can meet that milestone by the end of this run. So please get those donations in. Now, you mentioned 71D. I know a lot of people really like that map. Personally, my favorite modded map is Cat Isle. I don't know if you've played that at all.
That's awesome.
Cat Isle is phenomenal. If anybody in chat has a favorite modded map, I'd love to hear about it. Maybe send in a donation and I'll read it out. Tell me what your favorite is.
Past
Alright.
1.5k?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What's your favorite map, Jimmy? Modded map. Is it in SJ? I mean, I think mine
It's
might
probably
be
an SJ, yeah.
It's like Psychokinetic or maybe Expert Pathside. Expert Pathside is very well done.
I'm going to go with Road of Abyss and Olombo. I love this map.
All of it's an all okay. Maybe you're the one that should be
I-
running then.
Nah, I am not enough to run this whole lobby.
What happens here?
Yeah. This is 2K though. There's some interesting mechanics going on here at the very first bit. The first
know
bit
why
we
I'm
do is
dying.
called a bubble hyper. So because we dash into the bubble, we keep coyote frames, and since the bubble is just a dash, we can do a hyper using it. We also get to do a few jumps off of spikes because the
I think
wind
I'm
pushes
just
us into
jumping
it.
too early. Yeah, I'm just jumping too early. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like sometimes you just misremember something. It's sad. The summit was going really well, and like this room is the easiest one by far. And
Oh, get them all.
You're still making good
Yeah.
time.
You're still making.
Just a reminder that later on in this run, we will be seeing the 2 Grandmaster Lobby cats getting pet by
Yeah.
our runner.
I can do it maybe before Grandmaster Hardside. I mean,
But if there's any cat enjoyers in chat, we have actually just opened up an incentive to pet a 3rd cat. If we can raise $100,
Cats are getting fat.
we will have a 3rd cat get pet. I don't know that I could handle us only petting 2 cats, so we really need to pet that 3rd cat. We just need to raise $100, and that $100 counts towards the Pepper Grinder bonus game milestone. So that's money well spent. Petting a cat
Yeah.
and seeing Pepper Grinder. Please get those donations in.
triple value for your money. It's pretty good. Yeah, so this one, it's also weird tags basically with bubbles that you can't really buffer, but you need to go pretty fast. Then the dose CB here.
We had Pocket Rape and Silo in chat vouching for Glyph. That map's awesome. Shoutouts to Glyph.
Glyph, yeah, it's I think it's also one of my favorites for sure. It's very much a fan favorite in this community.
For sure. I think I've done some thinking, and I think Vivid Abyss might be one of my favorite maps as well.
Yeah, interesting.
We've got a lot of people in chat saying Glyph. We also have a $5 donation from Cactus saying, I'd like to shout out Glyph as one of my favorite maps. Thank you, Cactus.
I'm not very surprised to
Glyph is a
hear
fan favorite.
Okay, nice. I was almost too fast here. I got the last frame.
Alright, nice.
The last dash is actually free frame. And then yeah, we got to the summit part, like the 3K part.
This focuses a lot on setup spike jumps, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Have 3 spike jumps. If you really like spike jumps, that map is really good for you.
What's something interesting about this is that the downdraft is stronger than it is in 7A, so these neutral ports are actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. So these neutral ports are quite a bit more difficult than they might seem.
Yeah, neutrals in downdraft? No, not easy, not easy. Probably
yeah.
know about it if you've ever run Celeste and tried to save something in downdraft by doing neutrals. It's not very good.
So much time loss.
Yeah, okay. Updraft, definitely one of the hardest ones.
Updraft is very difficult. It's probably the most precise room in this map, if you just go by air precision standards.
Especially this part, yeah.
Yeah, that is the same frame window as the one for 5B. Thank God we have the Archie strat for that dash. Alright.
Well, I got it pretty fast, that's nice.
Summon is going well. I probably shouldn't say that before Flag 2.
Yeah,
but...
except 2K, like, the easiest room went poorly, and then the hard rooms went well.
Well, Flag 2, it's basically over, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not quite.
If you think about it, when we get to the heart side, it's basically over, so we don't even need to play it.
Yeah,
it's free.
I think people will want
okay,
the heart
well, I cannot commentator's curse Eb because he is just built different.
You won't get me.
Yeah, so...
Except maybe in Flag 1. No, okay, I didn't die.
This is surprisingly awkward because only one dash.
Flag 1 is actually a bit hard. It's definitely easier than the rest, but it's not that easy. 9-minute summit, I mean, not the worst. Like, if I got a good 2K, that would have been a really good summit.
Yeah. So
Nicely done.
our house stretch is continuing because we have Drifting Deep, which this map is long. Both in the amount of rooms and the length of the rooms. This map is very infamous for taking forever. And what this translates to is very long deaths if we don't play this well.
Yeah.
Nice little
this
demo
map
there.
Is quite difficult in full game, just because of that, basically. There's nothing really hard in the rooms. I mean, there is, but not that hard. But yeah, just because...
These brothers are quite precise, but Eb, I guess, has experience with 6A, so nice little demo there as well.
Yeah.
It's a decent amount of low skips we have in this map, but nothing major.
Yeah, here there's a big skip.
Oh, yeah.
No,
No, I don't actually know how much that ends up saving.
I think it's at least 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's pretty big.
Yeah, longest map room is around 45 seconds, which... It's still less time than Barrel Farewell, but... It's
a lot harder in gameplay.
It's so much harder, yeah.
Even though it's relatively chill compared to, I guess, the normal Grandmaster Yellow difficulty, but
A lot of
yeah, it's just
gameplay, and we're doing this an hour into the run.
in 30 seconds of gameplay, you're probably going to make a mistake. Like that.
Yeah,
Sadly.
as shown.
It's also quite prone to memory issues, just because there's so much.
Yeah, falling blocks can break the dash blocks that break. Cool mechanic.
Yeah, the bubble also can break these, that's nice. It's basically like a puzzle, but the path is not that difficult to see. I guess it depends on the room.
Yeah.
It's a
We
very
will
pretty
see-
puzzle.
You will see more puzzly maps, not maps, more puzzly map pretty soon, but yeah, this is what's nice about Grandmaster is they do keep the difficulty. There's still a lot of difficulty in mechanical inputs, obviously, but they also keep the difficulty of routing and understanding the gameplay high, so it's not as simple as just hit the buttons at the right time. You have to also understand what is going on, which is
Yeah, if
part of
you're
the
playing this
challenge.
casually, understanding the rooms and knowing where to go is also quite difficult in a lot of these maps, especially this one.
I think it does a lot for making the difficulty not feel forced.
Yeah, this map, I really like the fact that it just has only pretty consistent gameplay. There's nothing that feels out of place, so it feels quite nice. Like when you die, it's pretty much you failed an input, but it was not really unfair, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe except for like a few feathers that are pretty hard for sure. This room is extremely long.
Yeah. I remember playing this room casually, and I think this is the point I gave up on trying to route it myself because there's so much.
Yeah. I mean, I've not played any maps without a video, I think, in Grandmaster. It's just very, very hard to route this stuff.
Feels like there's
But
nothing
if you like
casual about
routing-
this map.
Yeah.
When I say casually, it's still people
First
that are
playthrough.
interested in pretty difficult gameplay, right?
Yeah.
I mean, just playing the map normally.
It's a feat.
Sad.
Well,
Yeah,
speaking
like that,
of
for example.
speaking of favorite maps, we have another contribution here from Savadra, who says, "I think in
Hi,
recent times
Sav.
my favorite map has to be either Superfecta or Eclair."
Those are
Oh.
both really great maps, yeah.
Superfecta I've not played, but yeah, I've heard it's very, very good. It's made by very talented creators. And yeah, Eclair
You
I've
played
played though.
Destiny Claire, right?
I've played all of it. It's made by French creator, and it's extremely well done. I spent a lot of time doing it, and I think it has extremely cool gameplay.
This map also now has stream blocks because, aside from being long, I guess the gimmick of this map is that it introduces a ton of gameplay concepts, so there's always something new that it's trying to do at any given point.
This is going relatively
Nice.
well.
This is going well,
We
yeah.
are at the second to last room here, which is probably the hardest one. Not sure. It's very long again and quite difficult.
I feel like a room being long is kind of just a given with this map.
Yeah. Ah, sad.
Uh,
Just dashed.
yeah, this
like,
ultra
slightly too
chain,
early.
that ultra chain is weird.
Yeah, it's quite hard. Yeah, it's maybe one of the few inputs in this map that are really harder than the rest, I would say. I mean, not the one I missed, but the one just before it, the Ultra Chain itself.
Yep.
Hopefully I don't lose too much
There
time on
and
this room.
Super Effector are great maps. They're also quite hard, but I think they're if you're comfortable with this game, they should be approachable enough.
Yeah, I think Super Vecta is about like Grandmaster.
Yeah, they both
Middle of
are.
Grandmaster.
I think a Claire is
Yeah.
higher end of Grandmaster.
Yeah, it's more like High Grandmaster. Similar level to some of the maps we've been playing. Like Summit, for example. Okay, well, I'm struggling a bit with this room.
All good.
Like I said,
This is hard.
it's one of the hardest ones for sure, so... Makes sense. Okay. Then the last room, which is the longest one, also quite easy to lose a lot of time in this. Yeah. Played this map a lot. I've actually done it deathless, so I know it quite well, but it's still not easy.
All right, it looks like we lost Jimmy for a moment, but he'll be right back. I just want to take this opportunity to thank everybody for making all these donations today for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. This Archiethon, we are supporting the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. The PCRF,
No, what the two?
sorry, the PCRF provides
sorry.
humanitarian aid and free medical care to thousands of children yearly who lack local access to care within their local healthcare system. Their mission is to work towards a world where all children in the Middle East have access to quality medical care, humanitarian aid, and specialized surgical procedures. For more information on PCRF's work, visit pcrf.net. Just remember that every dollar you donate is going directly to that charity.
Sadly, we had an heartbreaking memory death at the end after I said that I know this level quite well. A bit sad.
That's okay. Just means we have more time for donations to come in. Try to meet that milestone.
What? Okay. Yeah, it gives more time. We're about in the last, like at the beginning of the second half, basically. What am I doing here? Apparently you can't buffer this dash and I've never realized it.
So if we're just past halfway, that means we still have a little over an hour left to try to meet that milestone. If you want to see the bonus game Pepper Grinder run immediately after this collab, we need to hit that $4,000 mark. And every dollar you donate can also be put towards the pet a third cat incentive. I don't know about you, but I'd feel pretty bad if we pet 2 cats and we ignore the third one. So please help us reach that goal. We need to pet all 3 cats.
Think of how lonely that cat is. Alright. Nice. That room is extremely long.
It's pretty bad, like, that I lost that much time. I think this still is pretty much the same time as what I get in my PB, so it's not too bad, but... yeah, it could have definitely been much better.
Oh,
Also, yeah, as you can
this
see, the
is
lobby
the
movement...
hell stretch. You're gonna see one of the core reasons for that now, the Solar Express.
Yeah, so there was Summit, which was, as I said, probably top 3 hardest map. And then Drifting Deep, which is definitely not one of the hardest ones, but
Yeah.
still you can lose a lot of time because the runes are very long.
So
And then there's this one, which I would say is top 2.
yeah.
It's
So
debatable, but
this community keeps a track of a list of the hardest maps that people have cleared, and this collab has 3 of them on that list. One of them is the final map of this collab, the hard side. One of them is Pinball Purgatory, the first map I played, and one of them is this. um, it focuses on this Theo crystal that has been reskinned and some really weird tech. First thing we're seeing is the map disables neutrals, so in order to scale walls, we have to do this thing called a Theo climb jump, where we neutral drop Theo and then do a climb jump to pick him back up, which is quite awkward and input dense if you aren't used to it. And the second thing it focuses on is called a dream smuggle, where if you grab a Theo crystal in the middle of your dash, you will still be in a state to enter a dream block, so you can just carry Theo with you through a dream block if you wish. Me seeing
yeah,
a
you
few other
explained this
texts,
right.
but that's the main things this map focuses on.
Yeah, this map is just a lot more input dense than it seems. Like, it seems like it's not that bad, but if you've ever just played like
Yeah.
5D Theo or something like that, you know that hard gameplay with Theo is just really hard.
There's so many inputs that are not obvious because every time you want to drop Theo, you have to press down.
Yeah, just like this part here.
Yeah.
It's not really one of the hardest part, but nice little
Alright,
ultra here.
nice.
Nice, I got it.
Yeah, so got like 4 block boosts, I think there. Something cool
Well, if
about
you only get
we're gonna see about this
3.
map a decent amount is that we're going to drop Theo in between rooms and then respawn to carry our visit, because it will reset our spawn point and we aren't burdened with carrying Theo to our next room.
That was a really bad death again. I don't know what I have today with these type of death.
We're also going to introduce another extremely odd tech here called a Theo Dream Hyper. So after you smuggle Theo through a dream block, you can do a dream grab, which will put you in a grabbing state. And the game does not expect you to be grabbing a wall while holding Theo, so it kind of just gives up and lets you input a dash while holding Theo, which you usually cannot do.
Yeah.
So
Like, yeah, I was grabbed to the wall. Normally
yeah.
you can't do that with Theo.
You're gonna see another use of that as well. And additionally, you can pair that with the fact that Dream Block will give you Coyote frames after you exit it, so you can do like a Dream Hyper usually. So if you grab the wall and then turn around to do a hyper fast enough, you can use the fact that the game has kind of janked out with the Coyote frames to get a very difficult to explain tech in this map.
Yeah, it basically just lets you do a Dream Hyper with
Yeah,
carrying Theo.
but it
Which is
means
very
that there
nice.
are like 5 inputs.
Yeah, it's much harder than a normal Dream Hyper, but it's still quite okay, I would say. It's one of the easier Theo attacks.
Yeah, that quad smuggle is also another instance of letting you dash with Theo in your hand, and it's also another point of how much more input dense this map can be than it looks, because every time Eb wanted to dash out of a block, he had to turn around to grab the block and then turn back around to dash in the right direction. But
yeah, this map is very beautiful to look at.
very beautiful.
Also, I would say it's like the most beautiful. I'm not like, obviously it's subjective, but it's really, really cool.
Yeah. I think this was the last map to get finished in Strawberry Jam because of how much effort got put into it, and it shows.
Yeah. Oh, there's also Nilombo, maybe.
Yeah, I
Lumber
think
is
the
also
lumber was
really
also
cool.
one of the last ones to get finished.
Nice reverse B-hop here. New strat that I've added.
Oh, nice. By the way, when Eb goes for these speed things at the end of the rooms, there is not a checkpoint yet, so
Yeah, there's no checkpoint.
he is very confident. Um,
Yeah, you can also do like a grounded ultra like in the other room, but it's pretty hard, so that's why I didn't really want to do it. And I found this reverse B-hop that was quite a bit easier in my opinion.
We're now in the express that the map is named after, so very vertical gameplay. There's gonna be rising oil below us, which she can catch up, so to be fast.
Yeah, you can see the oil here. It's kind of similar to rising lava in 8B or in 8A.
Specifically 8B.
Because this wasn't hard enough already, we had to add oil to it.
Yeah.
This room is extremely cool. I think that's definitely my favorite room. It's also very hard. I'm not the biggest fan of Solar. I know like a lot of people really like Solar. I don't really like it, but this room is really cool.
So there's so much going.
Yeah.
This is a awesome.
Also, that was extremely good. I've
Nice.
really practiced
That was a very
Solar-a-thon
good
because
solar.
yeah.
And so we're out of this. So I think we have 2 more maps before Heartside, or how many do we have?
3 more. There's
Oh yeah,
Wildebeest,
Belly of
Belly
the
of the
Beast.
Beast.
Yeah. Okay. We have one more map left that is very difficult though. This is World Abyss.
That's the last Grandmaster Red that we have. I would say one of the easier ones in the Grandmaster Red, and also one of the most fun ones.
I love
It's very
this
cool. So
map.
you say it was one of your favorite maps. Yeah, the speedrun of this is also quite nice. There's some skips for sure, and also some cool strats
So
that
if you
completely
remember,
wreck the room.
if you remember Stellar Odyssey, this map is kind of like Stellar Odyssey if it took place in the I have not played Pokemon. I'm not going to
Oh yeah, it's references a mystery
Yeah.
dungeon, right?
Yeah.
There was another map called Temple Tower. This one is called Wildebeest. It's also like a dungeon in a mystery dungeon. I don't know which one. I think it's Rescue Team Blue. I don't know.
Not sure. The atmosphere in this map is top notch though, but to kind of work with the atmosphere, it's very open generally, so it's a lot of spaces where you can just not do exactly what the map intends because of that, so decent amount of room for some skips to be found, either to make the map faster or to just make it more easy.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll see some of them later.
I have a message here from Savadra who just wants you to know to be proud of your death count. The more you die, the more you learn. The more we donate or something. Maddie Thorson probably said that. Thank you for that $5 donation, Savadra. And just to remind people, we are getting close to the end of this Strawberry Jam Grandmaster Showcase. And if we want to see Pepper Grinder, we need to meet that incentive before this run is over. So please get those donations in. You can also put them toward the pet a third cat. It counts for both. We need to pet that third cat so it doesn't feel left out. And I don't know about you, but I really want to see Pepper Grinder. So please get those donations in soon. We are coming towards the end of this run.
It's not very close, but there's only 3 maps left and then the hard side. Which is probably still like at least 45 minutes left, if it goes well.
I wonder if anyone
I think it'll go
in the
well.
community would play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I wonder what a world record holder might play.
Not sure. So which game was it? that had World Abyss in it?
I'm not sure.
I think people in the chat can tell us.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like this map. It's quite cool. It's also hard, of course. Basically, all the Grandmaster Red constitute a very big difficulty spike compared to the yellow ones, especially casually.
Doing a
And
little
this one
bit of
is no
a routing
exception.
change in this room to make it that's difficult.
Yeah, this room normally is very hard. This, I mean, it's still really hard. I think it's still like the hardest room, but it's a bit easier with that.
Mm.
Also found by, I don't know who, but someone in the golden community.
Here, lifting a good amount of strats from them for this map.
Alright.
Another thing I want to shout out this map for anyone who's unaware, this map was basically, the gameplay for this map was basically created on graph paper. Dab Smasher, the mapper for this map, did not have access to a computer for most of this game's, for most of his mods development, so he mapped this out on graph paper and sent it out to people to do it in loan, and somehow
And it
most of
actually
it
worked.
translated perfectly, so shout outs because that's insane.
Nice. Yeah, if you've ever used like loan, it's not really easy to know if it's gonna work or not.
Yeah.
So that's
Especially
pretty.
this kind of gameplay. There's so many moving
Yeah,
parts.
everything is just interconnected, so it's very interdependent on each other, and that makes for really hard gameplay to do and to make work.
Yeah, this is probably the most interesting routing in the collab.
I've not practiced World Abyss enough, I think.
Oh, good.
Just because I've played this map a lot, I've gotten 5 minutes on it, 508, which was a really good run. And yeah, just because I've played it a lot, so I was like, I don't really need to re-practice it that much, but I think I did.
This is what makes Grandmaster so difficult. There's even if something works well, everything can rust so quickly.
Yeah, rust is really the big problem. Like, getting a good time in all of the maps is not actually that bad, even if in the hardest ones. But yeah, just remembering all of it and not rusting on the inputs that require very very close muscle memory is really difficult. Especially maps like 74 or something like that. You need muscle memory for it. There's basically no way to do it without, so that means either you've just played every map before you run, which I kind of tried to do here by derusting like this week, but still it was over the course of the whole week, so obviously I forgot some stuff.
Pretty neat little strat here.
I don't know why it didn't work. Yeah, it's quite cool and actually really easy to do. You just pose buffer 2-frame jump that lets you demo. And yeah, you skip basically the puzzle. Oh, I didn't get my dash back. It's fine. And this room also has a very big strat.
Yes.
Where you basically do not play the room as intended at all.
Yeah, this room, as intended, is very difficult.
Right, it's like intended. It's definitely the hardest one here. It has a lot of pretty tight windows, similar to like Stellar Odyssey. There's not really any hard, like very difficult tech you need to do, but
Also
it's
does
just a lot
not
of
throw
wall
Theo
bounces.
at you.
Yeah, it doesn't really hurt you. It's just like a 40-second room with a lot of pretty tight stuff, like spring cancels, wall bounces, demo hypers, like meter demo hypers. Not easy. But instead we just like do this.
Yep.
Ugh, sad. That was too fast.
Looks like we have another set of thoughts about best levels. We have a $25 donation here from Math Hacker, who breaks it into difficulties and says best beginner map is A Gift from the Stars. Best intermediate map is Frosted Fragments. Best advanced map is Java's Crypt. Best expert map is Summit Downside. And best grandmaster map is Flipside Cliffside. Thank you very much, Math Hacker.
Some very spicy takes here.
That also
Not
puts
gonna
us
say which.
up to $40
Not gonna
for
say
petting the
which one.
third cat. We only need $60 more to make sure that we pet all 3 cats, and it gets us that much closer to the bonus game of Pepper Grinder. We only need about $150 more by the end of this run if we want to see that. If you want bonus Archiethon content, let's make that happen, because that means we get to hang out for even longer.
There's demo
Just a
here.
little demo here. We're supposed to do a pretty big loop around, but we can just skip that and save a decent amount of time.
This ride is
So-
actually very hard. This reverse B up here. It seems not that bad because, well, I just
With
pose
the
it.
block speeds
But
up.
yeah, the last up right here is very difficult. I should really not
This is
go for this, but
pretty big
like
auto
I want
scroller.
I want to get it.
We hate auto scrollers here.
Oh my god.
Summit Downside is an
Come
awesome
on.
map.
Oh my god, I just want to show it off. I mean, I guess you know what happens here. I'm just meant to grab the not here, right? That's the thing that makes it difficult. If you do it too late, then you do that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, well, we'll just do an hyper.
Oh, all good.
I've learned the cue for when to hyper just before the run, because I was like, maybe that's going to happen. This run is actually really hard. I got it in my run, which I'm quite happy with. My PV for World Abyss. Next up is Valley of the Beasts.
Yeah, so we're gonna get a bit of a break with our last few levels before the hard side now. This level takes place in a dragon's stomach, I guess. So you have this reskinned water. And that's like Solar's little brother.
Yeah, it's like another Theo map.
It
or
focuses-
like, I guess Cannonball map.
It focuses
But-
less on obscene tech and more on just interesting gameplay involving Theo.
Yeah, it's basically pretty standard gameplay with Theo tech. There's no Theo climb jumps, no dream smuggle. Like Solar, it's just
We
just
do have
take
these
the cannonball
superpowered
with you.
springs. They're a slightly different color from the normal springs. I believe the normal springs are more reddish. So yeah. There's also a neat distinction in this map where any coin that Theo is meant to activate is green colored, and any coin that Malin is meant to activate is blue colored.
I didn't even know that. I've just learned something about Grandmaster Lobby. But yeah, that makes sense. That's actually quite cool. Back boost here. Okay, nice. This room can be a bit annoying sometimes. This map, yeah, it's Grandmaster Yellow. It's basically, you get what you ask for, basically.
Mhm.
It's not extremely hard, but it's definitely quite challenging. And also, your gameplay is always relatively inconsistent
This
sometimes.
room is quite difficult because these sprint cancels are not bufferable, so quite a bit of tight timings.
Just can't get onto the spring here.
I feel like the Theo block is also a little hard to see at times because of the color.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But you get used to it. The springs were really hard to see, as Jimmy said.
yeah. There's some visibility issues with this map, unfortunately.
I've got a donation here from a fan of Mascamoon who gives $5 and says, "Good luck on Dropsel, Eb, my favorite map."
True, Truffle's a great GM map.
Grandmaster map, yeah, obviously. It should be, maybe.
And that gets us $5 closer to the pet a third cat incentive. We're only $55 away from petting that third cat, and we're only a little over $100 away from our milestone incentive of Pepper Grinder. I don't know about you, but I really want to see that run.
You still have about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, depending on how the hard side goes. No! Can you save that? I tried.
Yeah.
Didn't activate the coin. This is pretty
Room,
weird.
This
This room
room
can be
has
hard.
us doing a backtrack after we hit this switch with Theo, but there's some awkward gameplay with Theo.
It's pretty tight.
Yeah.
Full skip here. Oh, I didn't get it. That's sad.
Oh well.
But
But yeah, the idea is to get on top of that block so you don't have to wait as long for the touch switches to activate.
yeah, you get on top. I mean, I'd still save time, I think, with what I did here. You basically do... it's a strat I found. Like, you basically do first a jump to get a perfect grounded ultra for free, and then you just do the ultra. Pretty consistent. It has to be very consistent for me to do a strat at the end of a room that loses like 30 seconds. If you fail it.
Yeah, because every time you die at the end of a
Okay,
room, it's also adding the time to actually beat the room again. Anyways, nice.
Yeah, that's the main problem. Like, you don't only lose 30 seconds, you also lose the time that you will lose by dying in the room again, if you do die again. And that's the last map now. Fractured Iridescence.
Which is a nice, chill lo-fi beats the Ultra 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Pretty cool map, where you have, like, these blocks that only break if you have enough speed when you go to, when you go through them, basically.
yeah, so, just doing ultras, gaining speed. Pretty simple map.
Yeah, it's usually seen as the easiest map in Grandmaster lobby.
Yeah, there have been
because...
many a debate about difficulty placements because of this map. I think it fits well to ease people in, but into GM, but I can see arguments that it's
basically the
easy.
introduction map, only with ultras, basically. It's still not that easy, honestly.
And
yeah.
It's Grandmaster. It's all going to be difficult, but
why did I dash?
Also very short.
It's only 4 rooms.
Yeah, we have beaten 2 rooms and we are halfway through the map.
Yeah. the things are kind of precise, like this wave dash, for example.
There are definitely some instances where getting these block boosts can be difficult.
Yeah. The thing is, you need to get the extension, so you need to jump late, but you also...
To jump early so you can.
Yeah, sometimes you need to jump early, it depends, just to get the double block boosts. Also sometimes, like, the blocks don't really work out that well. Especially in the second room, but I've not had this problem here. This map is still pretty nice though.
Yeah.
I think it looks really good too.
Oh, really good looking map.
Okay.
I don't think I can think of any maps that don't look good in this collab though.
Yeah, I guess it's
It-
like the
very-
vanilla looking maps, which don't really look as good as like things like that, but I mean,
Yeah.
they still don't
we're-
look bad.
We're now done with all the main maps, so all that's left is the hard side, which is the culmination of all the maps we've played. So we're gonna see a flag for each of the maps we've beaten already.
So you're still not done, but yeah, if you want to make your donations, like for the incentive, it's pretty close to being done.
Yeah, this
But
map
it
is
really depends on how good I play, because this map, this is it, bro. Okay.
extremely hard. This is it, blah.
Whoa.
But this map is, yeah, by far the hardest map. Like, you saw the first map, in Pinball Gallery, it was very hard. This is basically that, but longer. And with even harder rooms sometimes.
Luckily,
Not all
this
the rooms
map's balancing is a bit over the place, so it's not going to be at peak difficulty for most of it. This first checkpoint is notably like mid-GM difficulty, but it's gonna pick up, and it's gonna pick up hard.
Yeah, from the second checkpoint it becomes really hard, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This room is probably the easiest one.
Yeah.
The flag 17. For sure, like, it's the only one that I'm really consistent at. This room has a strat, which is pretty rare for Grandmaster Hot Side.
Yeah.
Just that.
We
can quite a lot. It's
get a little bit of a loop around by lining up a precise wall bounce.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty difficult, but I think it's also, like, the main path is also obviously pretty difficult,
Yeah,
so it balances out. That was a really good first checkpoint.
Bit harder than the first two flags.
Yeah, this flag is not that easy.
So yeah.
And then we come to a flag that's really not easy.
15. This flag is infamous because it's kind of the first wall in this map. Super Luminary was a pretty short map, but it comes back with a vengeance here.
Ah, so sad. I got the Ultra.
Damn.
Almost got it.
Unfortunate. Yeah. There is like a match of like 4 really precise things going on in this flag instantly.
Yeah. Also, this is a new strat that I've implemented.
Shoutouts to Bean Jammin', by the way. This music is incredible.
So you can see, like, this room, it's very inconsistent. It's pretty short, but yeah. Especially the curved ultra. The curved ultra is just, there's no way to get it consistent, I think. Yeah, this delay, like this curved wall bounce too is.
Yeah, this wall bounce
not easy.
Is very difficult because wall bounces in Super Dash generally don't work unless your dash is just straight up. So you need So if your curve is just slightly off, you just won't be able to wall bounce.
I'm line blocking this room a bit. I was expecting it. Ah! Oh! I need to curve faster.
Do you have any donations or things to say? Now's probably a pretty good time for them.
Yeah, this is definitely a good time.
Sure. I just want to thank everybody that's donated so far. We have raised over $3,800 for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. And there's still time left in Archiethon. We'll be going all for the rest of today and tomorrow. But we do have a milestone coming up after this. If you want to extend the marathon even longer, we can add a bonus game, Pepper Grinder, if we can reach a total of $4,000 by the end of this run. We are running out of time to hit that milestone, so please get those donations in. We also have an incentive open for petting a third cat. After completion of this, the first 2 cats will definitely be getting their pets because we earned that incentive earlier, but we don't want to leave the third cat feeling left out. So please put your money towards that incentive. It will also count towards the milestone. It looks like we just got a donation in. $43 from Coral saying Caddington, and also to keep the pants on Bubs. I believe that is going for the pseudo regalia incentive as to whether or not they should be wearing pants. So thank you very much, Coral.
Shouts to Coral. Okay, I got the flag 15, so I didn't really react because, okay, fine, yeah, because you were reading a donation, but it's pretty nice that I didn't really mind block it for 10 minutes. It can definitely happen. I only mind blocked it for 2 minutes, so that's fine.
Bucketworth shouting out Bean, asking us to mention what our favorite music is in a Celeste map. I think it's this song, but I think Strawberry Jam is OST is just so good, it's kind of a given. So I think my favorite soundtrack in a map that isn't in Strawberry Jam would be from Superfecta.
Okay. I don't know what's my favorite. I mean, from SJ, I think it's definitely like the Madeline the Bubble song. I don't know how it's called. I think it's
Microcosm. It's very
yeah,
good.
Microcosm, right? Yeah, very very good. Yeah, also a lot of music in Grandmaster is very good. Like Nilumbo, Ivory, this song especially like in Flag 2 is very cool. Yeah, this lots of very cool.
I think my favorite Strawberry Jam music would be this map, Nalumbo, Flying Lanterns, and Overgrown Lunar Sunward Stride.
Sunward Stride is Overgrown Lean, or
yeah,
it's another one?
It's Overgrown Lean.
Yeah. This one I really like too, yeah. It's extremely good.
Everyone, it's hard to explain how much work went into everything, but for this mod, but soundtrack is just so well made.
Nice.
Nice.
This room was also quite difficult for sure. It's not as hard as the Subliminary Flag, but it's very long and it's just a lot of tight things again.
Yeah, it's following the trend of the original.
Yeah, basically the same as the original Stellar Odyssey, but harder. But I really like this flag, it's quite nice. Waldem's flag also pretty good.
Pretty chill.
It's not that bad, but
obviously difficult, but
yeah, it had the tendency to kill you at random point for me. I don't know why. I feel like there's nothing hard in it, but I still like quite a lot to it.
Well, as you work your way through here, just a reminder, we are only $43 away from petting that third cat. If you choose that incentive, make sure you add it, and those same $43 will go towards the pepper grinder milestone. So you get 2 for the price of 1 there. Please get those donations in. We need to meet that by the end of this run in order for those to happen.
I really want to see the bonus run. Also as a reward for finishing this run, maybe. Then I can relax watching the rest of Archiethon. My hands are not hurting, but yeah. Obviously 2 hours of GM gameplay.
It's a lot.
Not easy on the ends.
Be sure to get up and stretch and drink some water after this.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my god. Yeah, that's what I said. Like, this room, it's really easy to die at the end for some really unknown reason. Yeah, maybe it seems easy, but it's actually hard. I don't know. No, what? Why am I doing that? Okay. It's whatever. I don't know if we will be able to beat my multi-thon run, which was 2 hours and 26 minutes, I think. We're on pace to beat that, but you know.
Yeah. There's some
It depends.
very big walls gonna be coming up after. Well, not after this, but in a bit. This map gets hard.
We've got another opinion here on the best SJ track. We got $5 from Math Hacker saying the best SJ track is impeded from the most important map.
Impeded.
Yeah, I honestly quite agree. Like, impeded is just incredibly good. So it's from Summit Downside, if you don't know.
It really knows that map.
Yeah, it's basically like the only thing I like about this map, but it's extremely good, definitely.
We've also got a few more donations in.
Oh my god, why?
We have $22 from Amber Loves Archie. Says Katagami. Thank you very much, Amber Loves Archie. We also have $10 from It's Lexi saying, I'm here for the Bubby censorship. Keep the pants on, Bubby. And with that, we are over $3,900. We are only $18 away from that Pet a Cat incentive, and we're getting really close to that $4,000 milestone. Please keep them coming in. Thank you, folks.
Okay, like, sure. I guess it's on this room that I will lose time.
This means you're gonna fluke flex oven.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't need to stall for donos. Just keep on going.
Okay, does this make it? Okay, yeah.
Alright.
I don't know why I was like yeah, I was really ahead of the cycle here. Normally it's like you make it by a lot. Okay, still made it.
Sometimes some BM rooms just decide they don't like you that day.
Okay, this one also very hard.
Yeah. This ups the air position of the original map to a lot. So, no skip there going on here.
Okay, nice.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Saving up your luck, I suppose.
Yeah.
We did a little skip there to skip some of the coins and also make a very difficult wall with boosted wall jump a bit easier.
Yeah, with post buffering. It's definitely the hardest part of the room casually, I think. And then yeah, the skip, not really easier, but it saves time and it's not really harder, so I decided to do it. Okay, so flag 11, really easy,
Nice.
definitely. And then this one
This flag is
very hard.
This flag is a doozy.
If the trends continue, I will get this one like second try.
Really.
It's not.
There's just a lot of awkward cycles and corner kicks going on in this room. It's just hard.
Yeah.
Well, we've got a $7 anonymous donation in that just says, Kitty. Thank you very much, Anonymous. And with that, we are only $15 away from petting a third cat and $65 away from that pepper grinder milestone. Let's keep them coming, chat. We can do this.
This hot side is just really weird.
Yeah,
like, how did I get flag 12 and flag 10 that fast, and then I just lost 3 minutes to flag 13, which is one of the easier ones.
What it is. Yeah, those are hard flags.
It's really what happens a lot with Grandmaster Lobby, that people maybe don't really expect. Because, yeah, you're probably expecting me to die a lot on the hard parts, but sometimes the easy part also just decide to become hard for some reason.
All just baseline difficult also, yeah.
I don't know why, like,
that flag is...
Here, I just decided to play really well for 5 flags in a row. Or, yeah, 4 flags in a row, I guess.
Well, if I could just interject, we have some big news here. Folks, I am happy to report that we have met the incentive for petting a third cat, so we will pet all 3 cats. Additionally,
for the cat petting,
we have blown that milestone out of the water for Pepper Grinder. We will see the bonus game of Pepper Grinder. Let me just read these donations for you here. We've got $18 from Salix saying pet the cat at the party. We've got $8 from Simplex saying Ultraviolet is best. Cold Gray Stones is second best. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. We also have $12 from Bean Jammin', the composer himself, saying all of the music from SJ is so incredible I can't pick a favorite, so instead I will share a fun fact. The credits music, A Walk Down Strawberry Lane, was originally written by Bryson after the first teaser trailer music was shared all the way back in August 2021. We didn't decide to use it as the credits music until a month before release. Thank you, Bean Jammin'. And then, on top of that, we got a $300 donation from Sophie Bits. Thank you so much, Sophie. Sophie says, protect trans kids and free Gaza. Couldn't agree more. Thank you, everybody, for helping us hit these milestones and petting that third cat. Really appreciate it. Keep those donations coming in because we've got a lot more coming up after this.
Yeah, on the credit music, I will let it play like a little bit. I think it's really kind of an hidden gem in SJ. Like, I don't know why,
really
it's so good. Yeah. Also,
this flag is the
flag 7.
This flag is notorious for being extremely difficult. Thankfully, we can mitigate some of it with pause buffering, but it's still... it's a doozy.
Okay. So yeah, it's really this bumper clip that you can't really pause buffer, or at least I've not found a good way to pause buffer it. And it's in the middle of the room. So that means you need to do the rest fast, like you can't really afford to lose 10 seconds to each post buffer to just make sure you get past the room, just because like there's some parts you can't post buffer. So, yeah, that makes this room, in my opinion, still the hardest room in this collab, even with post buffering 10 times. So, yeah. Probably imagine how hard it is normally. I'm also not very good at this type of gameplay, honestly, but... No! Ah! Sad, I got past the hot part. The rest is just a lot of quiz buffering that you need to not mess up. No. Yeah. This might take a while.
That's okay. I just want to remind people that while we've met the milestone for Pepper Grinder and the incentive for petting a third cat, we do still have a bid war open for Pseudo Regalia, which is going to be happening right after Pepper Grinder, and that is to decide whether Sybil will wear pants or go pantsless during the Pseudo Regalia run. Currently, looks like Pants is in the lead with $49. Pantsless is only $1.50 behind right now, so it could still go either way. In fact, we have a $8 donation from Cactus saying, "Let's keep this goat in a fashionable pair of pants." Thank you, Cactus. Please be sure you are selecting that incentive when you donate.
Okay. I got a bumper boost.
Yeah.
While not doing... I don't know why that happens, but you can get a bumper boost while not pressing the opposite direction here. I don't really know why.
That just looked like you hit the different zone of the bumper that had
Yeah,
the
maybe it
more
was not a bumper
horizontal
boost and
launch
it was
the
just...
angle.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Just feels like a bumper boost, but maybe it's not.
It's just because it launches you significantly further, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Than what you're expecting. So we get past this, there's still
Yeah.
basically
get
two
past-
more very hard rooms. And
There's still
it's the
a-
last two, so yeah.
Yeah, this is brutal to have at the end of the run.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Sad.
I think these steps show how little margin for error you have with these bumpers, because that was like nearly exactly where you would want to hit the bumper, but just a little bit off.
Yeah.
And not you right
Yeah,
into
this
centers.
bumper sometimes. I guess it was
Yeah.
not exactly where you need to hit it. But yeah, it seemed
Yeah, it's
almost
just-
right. Which,
make-
yeah, it definitely tells you how precise it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. We are out.
Okay.
We are out, and the sky is gonna open up, and it's gonna become sunrise.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of very difficult things to
For
end this.
sure.
Hot side is,
It does not let up after you get out of checkpoint 1.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
The
this
Lumbo
is
flag, pretty
Oh.
cool flag. Not very long, so it's not that bad. But yeah, it's definitely a bit precise. It's a bit different from the normal Nalumbo.
it's a
that
bit less
This-
input time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's more like precision. There's way less buffers.
Actually talked to the map creator, Tofu, and he said that he was specifically told to make the flag for this map longer than how long the normal booms are, so that did involve making it a little less
Ah,
dense,
yeah. I
because
see.
it would be a lot to 40 seconds of gameplay like this.
Flag is not that bad normally, but where turrets, I noticed it was much harder. I mean, I guess it's true for every flag, but this particularly.
Everything.
Oh my god.
We are 2 hours in.
Yeah.
Well, as you make your way through here, I've got another update on the pants versus pantsless battle. Very hotly contested. We have $5 from Reed saying no pants is comfy. And with that, pantsless is now back in the lead by $3.50. So if you want to see pants, you need to make those donations come in soon.
The closest battle ever.
Yeah. Another interesting distinction between this and the main map is how much this flag focuses on these auto scroller blocks. It uses them a lot to force you to go fast, and also it has them positioned in places right after you hold a jellyfish, where if you activate them by holding grab, they will mess up a pixel perfect lineup. So adding a bit more complexity where you have to release grab.
Oh, I'm struggling on this. That was really close.
The ending of this flag is, yeah, it's quite tough.
Come on. I want to get to the hard part. I'm saying that like this is already really hard.
The hard part, yeah.
Man. Okay.
Yeah, I want to shout out a little bit of detail put in the music as we enter this checkpoint. There's actually wind chimes that pop in during this part, since the sun has started to rise, and they replaced the synth, which nice little detail. Yeah.
The music changes in CP5, CP4, CP5,
And CP6.
no, not CP4, right?
Oh.
Yeah, only.
No,
Does it?
it doesn't.
Yeah, I think it only CP5 and CP6, right?
No.
And also CP3.
Summit flag, and this approached the idea of making a flag for this map by thinking a segment of every single part of Summit. Which is very cool and unique, but it also results in an extremely long room.
Yeah, so this is the longest room in the collab. It's 50 seconds.
Yeah, it is a lot. Didn't actually notice it's longer than flag 2.
Yeah, it's longer than flag 2.
Thankfully, the average difficulty isn't that high, but it's still Grandmaster gameplay. It's still very failable.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kind of deceptively hard. Like the Water Beast flag. There's nothing hard, basically, but it's just really
It's a lot of gameplay that you have to play at a... You have to play well, so... Very hard, yeah.
Hey, if I could just interject here for a moment, I have an update on our donation total. We just got a very generous donation from Wingding73, who donates $1,000.
Wow.
Oh
Thank you so much, Wingding73. That is super
Holy.
generous of you. That takes us up to
you.
over $5,000 total for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. Thank you so much.
Well,
Now,
thank
Wingdings, you
you.
didn't specify an incentive. If you want that to go $1,000 to go towards pants or pantsless, please let us know in chat. Thank you so much. That is incredible.
Wow.
Okay. Only 4 flags left now.
Yeah, we are out. Yeah, so we're now on the ivory flag, which it a lot. Known for having some interesting ways of gaining speed.
Oh,
Uh,
I don't know if this was good actually. I think I just retried because I thought I didn't dash, but
looked fine. Yeah,
yeah, it looks fine.
this beginning is
At this beginning is a bit weird.
there's.
Oh, come on.
I think a lot of people who have beaten that flag still don't actually know exactly what's going on in that.
Yeah, I still don't even know it, like how exactly it does work, but okay, I mean, I still can get it like relatively consistently, I guess.
So I guess also probably the biggest divergence between Deathless and speedrun strats, because Deathless does a very long setup process to kind of trivialize this flag, but it takes so long that it's just not worth it for us.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it takes like 5 minutes, I think, or something. Maybe not that. Yeah, it's
Never
a lot.
worth it. Yeah, we're now at checkpoint 6, and music is going to pick up a lot because we are in the final strat.
Yeah, we have the best part of the music here.
We have, yeah,
And...
3 flags left, but lava layer flag, which is what we're currently on, is generally considered to be pretty easy.
it's basically the calm before the storm. Though it's
Yep.
still quite precise, like the normal lava layer map.
Yep.
Okay. Come on, just get to flag 2. Way too fast, I think. I
Yeah.
didn't re-practice this flag just because I thought it was pretty easy, but I should have.
And
I mean, I did re-practice hard side. Just like 2 hours ago, I got 22 minutes. But yeah, we already at 29 minutes, and we're not very close to done here. What was that? I mean, we're pretty close to done, but
since I haven't really mentioned it that much, shout out to the Strawberry Jam Task Project, which, especially for this map and this flag, they've done an incredible job of optimizing the entire collab. This room has a very interesting strat where you can smuggle a jellyfish into this flag from the last one, and
yeah,
get a lot of this and the next flag.
If you need to look at one like pass from Strawberry Jam, I would recommend you looking at Grandmaster Hardside. It's very
Or
very
World
cool.
Abyss.
Yeah.
They're both very
I mean, you could also look at everything, right?
Yeah. Shout
It's
out to
mostly
the
just really
CelesteCommunity, all level showcase.
Oh yeah, right. You have the whole task on YouTube, so
There's 3 hours.
not really any reason to not watch it. Except if you don't have time, of course.
Yeah, this flag is very long.
Ping too
It's
low? No?
definitely the ultimate.
I think I'm dead. Yeah. Sad. So
Ah.
close.
This flag's
That was
very
like
hard.
a pixel off, I think, on the call block to get 10 off heights. If you get enough height on this climb jump, you're done. Nice reverse. I'm definitely a bit tired,
Yeah,
which
for
makes
sure.
this room just really difficult.
Extremely long flag as well. There's a lot of the mechanics of the main map together. It's a nice send off and also a nice finale. So there's only one flag left after this. It's very hard though. That Dream Block pillar in particular is kind of a nightmare to get consistent at. Yeah. Now about these pauses here is that these are less so pauses to do a specific input a very tight frame window, but they're more so to alleviate some of the input density of some of these sections because
Yeah. Also, they're mostly for it being more like normalized because you always get like a
yeah,
first frame down tap. These are definitely not like required poses. Obviously, like no poses are required, but I just
yeah,
like doing them.
the nature of two gameplay entities means there's gonna be less consistency usually. It does a good job of normalizing stuff, but you want to be very consistent. Nice. Yeah.
Very
Alright,
nice.
we are out. One
Out
flag
of the
left.
flag 2, and now there's only one flag left. 2:15 on the clock, so I mean,
Flag
right?
one.
Even real time, I think this is still underestimate. Except if I die a lot on flag 1, which very well might happen. It's also one of the like big ones, basically.
Shatterslong flag. It's kind of the streamer react bait flag. It's well known for being very over the top. So
Yeah, so you have like this big build up here, which is definitely not too long,
it's
right?
actually
Like,
very funny how big this room is because of this Battlein orb that it's caused actual performance issues.
yeah, because like basically the room by itself, like this room, is not that big, but there's just so much thing.
Yeah,
Like this battle line orb and also the one at the end,
we had
which are
a
really long, and so the room itself is extremely big. I didn't do a neutral, I think.
have
Or
a
maybe
type
I
3
buffered.
polyrhythm going on here, so the gameplay is a
Yeah, this room is
bit
just
incomprehensible if you aren't used to the path Madeline takes, but very cool gameplay.
yeah.
Also, a lot of
Yeah,
the
this is
set boost.
basically like you don't really understand what you're doing. It's just you do it.
importantly. But we'll try to get that back for you as soon as we can. Just a reminder that we do have a bid war open right now for Pseudo Regalia, which is coming up right after Pepper Grinder. We've got Pantsless versus Pants, only separated by a few dollars. So keep those donations coming in. That was going to be up right after Strawberry Jam, but thanks to all of your generous donations, we have unlocked the bonus game of Pepper Grinder, and that is coming up next. I'm not sure. I can still see your stream not on this list. So just hang tight. We'll try to get it back to you in a moment. In the meantime, I just want to thank everybody and remind everyone why we're doing this. This Archiethon, we are supporting the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. The PCRF provides humanitarian aid and free medical care to thousands of children yearly who lack access to care with local healthcare systems. Their mission is to work towards a world where all children in the Middle East have access to quality medical care, humanitarian aid, and specialized surgical procedures. For more information on PCRF's work, visit pcrf.net. And just hang tight. We're trying to get that stream back up and running for you there.
It's unfortunate.
It's very unfortunate timing, but we will get it back to your stream as soon as possible.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine. It was to avoid spoilers, I think.
Yeah, I know some people haven't finished it yet, so maybe they didn't want to see how it ended.
Right, some people have not finished.
Very, very considerate. I hope everybody's enjoying this run. I really have. Grandmaster, oh, looks like we are back.
Okay. Well, as you can see, the run is over. 2:18:59.
What a dramatic conclusion.
Yeah, we just performed stream skip.
Yeah, that's a bit of unfortunate, but okay. So I beat the run I got on Multiton. 2:18, I would say not too bad for sure, especially at an event. And yeah, I will let the credit play a bit.
Yeah.
Yes, and then we have to pet those cats.
Yeah, I will go pet the 2 cats in Grandmaster Lobby, and then I will pet one more, which, I mean, there's a lot that I could choose from. I don't know which one would be the most interesting. I could do the beginner one, which is funny.
I don't think anybody would be mad if you pet more than 3 cats, but that's up to you.
Okay.
The people paid
We'll
for
skip
3.
that too. And we will go back to Grandmaster Lobby to pet the 2 cats. If I remember where they are. I've
There's
done
one that we
little-
take the feather, and then there's one that's like in the clouds.
Yeah, exactly. So there's one that's like here. Yeah, it's here. Yeah, we can even pet it multiple times if you want. They do like
the
a
cat
very
is getting
cute sound.
spoiled.
The sound for the cats are pretty nice.
This is what the
then
people
for the-
really want to see.
I think a fairy cat should be the BMIP cat.
Yeah, so there's one cat where like it's actually almost impossible. Like it's a very big puzzle, and people have not figured out the solution. So there's, I think, 26 cats in total, 27, something like that.
Shout out to the line, by the way. He's trying to speedrun all
To do
cats.
all
He's
cat run.
He's currently
yeah.
getting walled by BMIT, but I'm sure.
Yeah, but he did a
figure it out
run of I
eventually.
think every cat except this one, or maybe one more. I don't know. But
Yeah,
there are some very, very difficult cats to get.
Mhm.
One where you have to do Summit Downside with Theo, Call of the Void backwards, a thing like that, right? But we will do easy cats here. I guess, like there's this one, I can do this one, and then I can do the crab one, which is funny. Where do you go? Go here? Yeah.
We're getting an
these-
extra cat free.
Yeah, let's do 4 cats. And then...
Buy 3, get 1 free.
Exactly.
Now, do these cats have names?
I do not believe they
I mean,
do.
you can
change
give them
that.
name.
This cat's gonna be called Harold.
Okay. And then yeah, for the last one that I think I will do, to not take that long, we will do the crab one. So this one is a bit longer. You have to escort this crab to the left side of the lobby. Obviously, it's. Oh wait, I won't go through here. I think. Yeah, I will go through here. So obviously you can it's Theo, so it's the same mechanic as Theo, so you can do the orchard and stuff, but let's just escort it normally. I don't exactly know where you need to escort it though.
It's
I
the
think
bottom
it's on the
left.
left. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's the right path here. Okay, it's in the
Cannot
water
believe
now.
the GM lobby runner does not know where the beginner lobby cats are.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, I've not run beginner lobby all cats. The best category,
Unforgivable.
of course. And yeah, I think it's right here. Not sure. Yeah, I think it's around here. That's why I'm going a bit slow to just... Oh yeah, it's here. So you put the crab here. It's sacrificed to get the cat.
Alright.
And yeah.
All right. Well,
think we
thank you
will
very
end
much
here.
for showing that.
Pretty fun Easter egg here.
Eben, Jimmy, if
this
you have
one.
anything else you'd like to say, feel free to give your shout outs now.
You wanna go first, Ab?
I don't know if I have very much to say after this. Just shout outs to everyone who worked on Strawberry Jam and also everyone who contributed to the runs. Lots of people have really shifted to Strawberry Jam after it came out, and myself included. I ran quite a lot of ILs, and then I ran Grandmaster Lobby basically, and it was a lot of fun for sure. This collab is very, very well done, so if you have not played it, obviously I would really recommend playing it. At least the lower lobbies, like beginner and intermediate, basically everyone can do, and they are great. And then Grandmaster, obviously, well, if you like very hard gameplay, I would recommend it. It's quite fun for sure, but it's definitely not for everyone. But yeah, I think that will be all.
I'd also like to shout out all the people who worked on this mod. Again, it's really incredible how much effort got put into this mod for a relatively small indie game. Also like to shout out the speedrunning community, just in general, all of the best, but also people who worked on this run. Obviously, Eb. Like to shout out Kokoro. He was the first person to do a speedrun of this lobby, and yeah, the path.
Yeah. Kokoro was a very big component of Grandmaster. He was the first one to do full Grandmaster run, and then I was basically the second one to do it. And also shoutouts to the current world record for Grandmaster Lobby by Joakins, which is 141, I think. So yeah, congrats for that. And also shoutouts to the other lobby world records, Expert Lobby, by maybe someone who is here, I don't know.
Yours truly.
And... yeah, by Jimmy. And Advanced Lobby, I think it's Kokoro still who has it. And I don't know for Beginner Lobby.
Beginner Lobby is Catman, who
Oh yeah, right.
tore up that lobby.
Catman. Also
Intermediate
Talia
is
run Beginner
Savadra.
Lobby quite a lot. And Intermediate, Savadra. Shouts to Savadra too. Lots of really cool runners who contributed a lot to...
Amazing how much...
to SJ. Yeah. We end it here.
All right. Thank you so much, Jimmy and Eb, for showcasing that wonderful Strawberry Jam collab. Really appreciate it.